Okay, so this is going to be a quick video about 100, specifically how 100 works. Does it work? You know, the claims that it makes, you know, does it actually do what it says it's going to do? If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I'm not tied to the mafia or the mob like other YouTubers, so, you know, I'm not going to see a lot of subscribers, a lot of views. It's just homegrown up in here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all got to watch my the last video I did of a certain YouTuber. We're not going to talk about him. But if you've been a part of the channel, you know that, you know, I've been mentioning, you know, this coin here, which interestingly enough, like none of the other YouTubers are mentioning it. It's so strange. It really is. Like, you know, nothing else is going up right now. I'm going back to the beginning, and you see how all these dips, they seem significant, and then they're not. There's another dip there, and then it's not significant. There's another dip right there, and all these dips just get less and less significant. So we're in a little bit of a dip here, but it's still beating everything. And by everything, I mean everything, right? And to be honest with you, you know, a couple of things surprise me. What surprises me is, you know, that more people still are not in this. You can see holders. This is on the Binance Smart Chain side. 100 is available on Ethereum as well. You know, so if you're an Ethereum person, you can, you know, buy 100 over there. You know, I just like Binance Smart Chain because it's cheaper. You know, the gas fees are 5 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents. Ethereum, even though nobody's using Ethereum right now, the gas fees are still like, you know, $10 or $15. So, you know, depending on how much you want to buy, even the amount that I'm going to buy today, because I'm going to buy some live just to, you know, demonstrate or find out if the code works. You know, $10, $15, that eats up a lot of your profit, right? But, you know, I'm just surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised that there aren't, like, you know, at least 5,000 people in this already. 100's been around for like 4 months. And I see these other scam coins, and allegedly, you know, there's like 10,000, 15,000 people in them, you know, which I don't even know if that's true. They could just be fake or bots or whatever. But what we're going to find out today is, you know, does the code work like they say it does? And just for those that don't know, you know, what this is supposed to do, what 100 is about. When you buy, you cannot sell for 100 hours. And when you sell, you cannot buy again for 100 hours. Now, why is that important? It's really simple. Nothing in this life, in terms of investments, nothing can go up if everybody is allowed to sell all the time, whenever they want. Literally nothing can go up. Okay, let me give you an example. The biggest investment that people make is their house. Okay, and when you buy a house or whatever, obviously it takes time to buy it, and you know there's all these regulations. But just can you imagine if people could trade and exchange houses like they do, you know, stocks and crypto and things like that, right? So you buy the house one day, you know, let's say your house is worth, you know, $300,000, and the next day, you know, let's say, you know, somebody new moves into your neighborhood and their house got appraised for 310, right? And you think that, you know, your house is just as good, or you know, maybe a little better, right? And so you're like, if they just got appraised at 310, I just bought this house yesterday for 300,000. I know for a fact that, you know, I could probably get 303 or 305. And so you sell your house your family moves out, you know, all the stuff that they just moved in, all the beds and stuff come out, right? And now guess what? You're looking for another house, except, you know, there's no other house on your street available. So now you got to go and find, you know, another house for less than what you just got. And so you find a house for $200,000, but then, you know, there's a fire, a major fire that happens on the street, and that $200,000 house, now you can only get 180, so you're down 20. Do you see how ridiculous that is? Right? But that's how crypto is. Like, you know, I'm looking at Ethereum right here. This is one wallet, guys. This is one wallet on Ethereum, and this is how much this person has bought and sold. Is this just today? Oh my goodness. This this cannot be real. This is just today. So this is crazy is what this is. I don't even know if this is like a person or if this is an exchange or something like this. But if you are buying and selling this much, not only are you not going to make money, but nobody else is. Now, here's what's interesting. It's already been determined. Warren Buffett did this. Warren Buffett basically called every trader's bluff. He said, look, here's what we're going to do. You guys think you're so good at trading. I'm going to buy the S&P 500. You're going to trade. And I don't know what the timeline was. I don't know if it was a year, 5 years, whatever. If you can beat the S&P 500, I will give you, I don't know what it was, $1 million, $1 billion, or something like that. He basically called their bluff. And what do you think happened? None of the traders were able to beat Warren Buffett, who did what? Absolutely nothing. He sat on his behind and ate McDonald's and Coca-Cola and Dairy Queen for whatever the time period was, and he beat all of them, okay? So that's what 100 is trying to do, just a little bit, just to say, listen, this doesn't work. All of this trading back and forth that you see, this doesn't work. So let's just try to make everybody, you know, not be able to trade after they do it the first time for 100 hours. And then, you know, after that as well. And what is encouraging is people to just hold, period. Because the people who have held the longest and the people who continue to hold the longest are going to make the most money. I honestly believe, let me go back here. I honestly believe that this is going to go up for the next few years. I can tell that the pace this is being discovered at a slower pace than I would have thought. You know what I'm saying? And all that means is that's going to allow more people to get in. And the people who are getting in, they're not looking to, you know, get out real quick. And so this will just creep up. I think for years. That's what I honestly think, okay? But let's, you know, for those that don't know, and maybe it'll be a surprise to me, let's see if it does what it says it's going to do, okay? So you see I have some 100 in here already, and I have Tether, okay? Now, what the website says to do, or if you click on the website, it opens up a BUSD to 100. And so a lot of people are, you know, concerned about BUSD, you know, and that, you know, it's going to be phased out next year, at least on the centralized exchanges. I personally don't know what that means in terms of a decentralized exchange. It could probably still exist. I don't know, but it still works right now, right? So the question is, can you just buy straight up from Tether, right? So let's see if this even works. So I got 100 Tether. I'm just going to hit the max button. Let me say something. I got to say something real quick about this high risk, because, you know, PancakeSwap is the one that puts this stuff on there, right? And they control these tags and all that. And a lot of people get scared of this stuff. So I just want to show you really quickly. I'm gonna show you a couple things, right? Is this V? Where's V2? Because we got to get the truth. Okay, this is Pancake Swap. Let me make sure we get the right time frame. Okay, let's do a week so we can see it. This is Pancake Swap since April 2021. This used to be $44 and it is currently $1.15. Nope, not joking. Okay, and this is when I was in it. Okay, remember I bought at $1 and I bought more at 17 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. I was accumulating, so all of that went up to 40 something dollars. Okay, and then I sold a very small amount of it, of what I had, a small amount, and bought a new car for my wife. So, you know, on like, I don't even know, like less than 1% of the tokens that I have, right? So anyway, obviously this hasn't worked out. I'm long since out of this, but this hasn't worked out, right? Okay. You see here, you put cake in here and notice that it doesn't say anything. It doesn't say nothing. It's just a regular swap, okay? But if you put in, let's put in Bitcoin and see what it says. If you put in Bitcoin, it says some risk. Cake is no risk. Going from $44 to $1, no risk. But Bitcoin, some risk. Okay? Yeah. And then we're going to go to 100. 100, which has been beating everything, absolutely everything, is high risk. 100 that's up more than 100x, high risk. Cake that's down from $40 to $1.15, no risk at all. It's nothing to talk. Ain't nothing to see here. Okay, that's what happens when you own the exchange. You get to say whatever you want to say. So anyway, so what I want to find out, because I don't know, I've never done this. What I want to find out is if you try to use Tether, since people are concerned about BUSD, if you try to use Tether to buy 100, will it work? Okay, so I'm going to hit the swap button and we're going to see if it works. Okay, so first we got to approve it. And then once it's approved, you hit swap. And let's see if it goes through. Did it go through already? Oh, wow. It went through already. Okay, so there you go. So even if you don't have BUSD, if you have Tether, even BNB, it'll work. Okay, I have never tried either. I've always just used BUSD. The reason why I use BUSD is because it's cheaper, right? Because 100 set up their exchange. They set it up with BUSD. It's 100 BUSD, right? As you see over here, it's 100 BUSD. That's how they set it up. So, it's, when they set it up like that, it's best to just go from the one token to the next. That way, Pancake Swap charges a fee on every transaction. So, going from Tether or anything else to 100, what's going to have to happen is Tether is going to have to find a route. So in this particular case, I don't know for sure, but I pretty much know they probably went from Tether to BUSD to 100. If you use Bitcoin to buy 100, they would go from like Bitcoin to Tether to 100, or they might, what you give them the right to do when you have on this right here, when you have allow multi-hops, what you give them the right to do is to hop however they want and to charge you fees on every, it's like they're creating swaps within swaps. So if they wanted to, they can go from Bitcoin to BUSD to Tether, back to BUSD to BNB to BUSD to 100. I've actually seen something like that. I'm not joking. I've seen, you know, like some crazy hopping, and they're charging you a fee every single time. So in general, you want to have multi-hop off, but you know, if you don't have BUSD and you know you can't use BUSD for whatever reason, you can use Tether, you can use BNB. Okay. All right. So now I just bought some 100. I just bought. So now what would happen if I just try, I'm just going to put whatever amount. If I just tried to sell any amount of 100, okay, it's not supposed to allow me to sell. So let's see what will happen. See, unknown error, execution reverted, right? And it's going to tell you to try increasing your slippage. It's got nothing to do with that. That's just the error that PancakeSwap is giving. The reality is it's the code that's preventing you from selling, okay? So, you know, so far it's working, right? So I bought with Tether. Right? I bought with Tether. I got 100. Let's say I try to sell into BUSD. Let's see if that would change. Same thing. It's not letting you do it. Okay? Let's see if I could sell into BNB. Same thing. It's not letting me sell. Okay? So no matter what you try to sell into, because, you know, people might try to cheat. I don't know why anybody would try to cheat or whatever, but people might try to cheat because, you know, 100 goes up a bunch. It's only been 2 days and you know, they want to jump out, whatever. They don't want to play fair. I really don't understand that, but you have to play fair. It forces you, and you can sit there. Let's keep trying it. You can sit there for as long as you want, trying and trying and trying, and it's not going to work. Let's try it again. It's not going to work. Let's try refreshing. Okay, I try refreshing. Let's see. It's not going to let me. It doesn't matter what you do, the code is going to work. Okay? It's that simple. Now, you know, this is DeFi. There's all kind of, you know, others out here, hackers and stuff, you know, and so they might try to, you know, come up with some ways where, you know, they can, you know, get outside of the 100 hours or inside the 100 hours or whatever. The bottom line is, first of all, they can't sell what they don't have. So they would have had to buy, number one, okay? Or we have, you know, had instances where, you know, people I know, fell victim to phishing or stuff for other tokens, and 100 as well. I saw that. And, the hacker will like try to sell. Okay. Well, whatever they steal, even when they steal something through phishing and things like that, which guys, just use the authorized links, of whatever project that you're in. Use the authorized links. Always go to CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap is going to have, the latest and greatest link. So if, anybody changes anything, the devs change anything, they will change it through CoinMarketCap, right? And so all you have to do is go down here, and there's the website, okay? Right? And so you can go from the website into, whatever DEX that you want to go to, right? So, but even in that case, when phishing has happened and stuff like that, even the hackers have to wait 100 hours. And what that does is, and the devs were able to block the hackers. Okay? So that's the beauty of 100 Coin, right? How many scams have there been in crypto? How many attacks? How many whatever, right? And even though it sucks that, the people won't be able to get their money back, at least, it doesn't hurt everybody else. Because if somebody was able to steal a bunch of tokens and sell a bunch of tokens, then that can hurt the project, right? And so, it's just cool to see that, the code works. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you try to go in and out of. It just works. And so why is this so important? Again, when you invest in, other type of crypto, right? Let me just, I don't know what to pull in here. Let's pull up Pepe. Pepe has been going up a little bit lately, just a little bit, but oh Lord. Oh my. You see what I'm talking about? What in the world? Look at all of these cells. Wow. That's insane. Is this more than one person doing this? One dude. Now this is exactly what I'm talking about. One person has sold 32,000 worth within like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Look at all these buys and sells. You know what this tells me? This is like probably a whale group. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. This is some kind of whale group. And what they will do is they'll buy to push the price up. And then when others have jumped in, when they push the price up, they sell. This is incredible. Look at this Christmas tree. This is one person. One person is doing all of this. That's crazy. And it's different times. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a real person. It's a real boy. Like Pinocchio. I'm a real boy. Like, that's what this is. This is insane. This person has nothing else to do but trade Pepe back and forth. And so, like you see now, with it going down, whales can bring it up, whales can bring it down. And they'll just coordinate with each other. They might even have Telegram groups or something like that. And then when whoever is running a group gives the signal, right, they will sell. So how is that different with 100? Okay, couldn't whales manipulate 100? They could, but the potential for that is much less. Why? Because whoever buys, if somebody comes in and buys 100,000 worth of, like say a whale group gets together, right, and collectively they buy 100,000 worth, what that means is all of those people are going to have to wait for 100 hours. That's not a long time, but to people who like to trade, like I just showed you, that's an eternity. That's an eternity, right? Oh man, I got to wait 100 hours, right? So what happens is in that 100 hours, other people will say, oh, hey, what's this? Oh, I see there's volume here. Oh, I see it's going up. You read the website, you know, check out other information, things like that. You're like, you know what? This sounds pretty cool. That's day one. And then the next day, the same thing happens. And then the next day, the same thing. This is why do you think you have so many consistent days of up? These are all days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 straight days of just up. So maybe if you're the whale here, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna manipulate this. I'm gonna get in, right? And you start seeing it go up. Maybe 2 of the whales sell. But the other 2 is like, you know what, man, I'm making money just being still. I'm just gonna chill. I was gonna get in and try to manipulate this, but guess what? I'm gonna be still. The people who got in here, the ones that haven't sold, guess what? They making a killing. And it's not even done yet. It's only at what? 6 million market cap. Remember I showed you guys SafeMoon. SafeMoon is dead. SafeMoon is a dead project. And it's at 120 million. 100 is at 6. And SafeMoon does not have that technology. What SafeMoon does, SafeMoon actually penalizes you on every buy and sell. 10% in and 10% out. So even if, you know, the crypto goes nowhere, if you invest $1,000 in SafeMoon, when you buy it, it's going to be 900, and if the price doesn't move, it's going to be 18. Even if SafeMoon, let's say SafeMoon goes up 10% when you buy it. This is how crazy this is. If you buy SafeMoon, right, $1,000 worth, and it's only worth 900. Let's say SafeMoon goes up 10%, which it hasn't. Okay, let's check out SafeMoon real quick. You would only break even. In fact, you wouldn't even break even because you got to pay the gas fees and exchange fees and all of that. So if it went up 10%, let's try to find an area where SafeMoon went up 10%. This is going to be the closest one from August 17th, 18th, 16th to August 26th. Okay, it went up 10% in that time frame. If you bought here and sold here, guess how much money you made? 0. You made 0. Okay, you see how crazy that is? Whereas, you know, 100 is no fee. Whatever you put in, if you hold it and it goes up 10%, you're going to be able to make all that. But what it does is discourages selling, and it makes you not be able to sell. Not only can you not sell, you also can't transfer to another wallet. Okay, so it's just cool technology, and honestly, I think this is just the beginning. I really, honestly, I hope that 100 is the beginning of a new type of crypto industry, period, with 100 leading the way. What do I mean by that? I would absolutely love to see this implemented on Bitcoin. It won't happen. It can't happen because Bitcoin is immutable. It can't be changed. But, right, if more of the industry adopted this and it was legit and, you know, the devs were trustworthy and all of that, then that's going to make the entire crypto industry safer. In 3 or 4 or 5 years, there could be, no pun intended, hundreds of other crypto, right, that have, you know, different timelines and different, you know, things that go into their project. Hey, if you hold this for 30 days, you'll get this. You know, you can't sell for 30 days, but if you hold for 60 days, like there's so many things that you could do on top of it. But 100 will forever be the brand name of that because they were the first ones to do it. So when you own a brand name, when you own, right, like the first insurance company or the first gold mining company, or, you know, in the case of Bitcoin, what are we talking about? Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency. It was first. So that's why it has the highest market cap. Let's check that real quick. That's why it has the high. Number one, it has, you know, great technology, right? And, you know, the code is unbreakable and it's decentralized and all of that. So that's why the market cap is 500 billion, and it's still 4 times lower than Apple, and which is, I mean, I've covered that in other videos. It's ridiculous, right? So that's how much more Bitcoin has to grow, right? But it's the brand name of crypto. It's number one. So imagine if this catches on, imagine how much 100 can grow if this births an entirely new type of cryptocurrency. And imagine how much safer the industry is going to be if you can get in and know that people can't sell. Because as you see with Pepe, that's what I wanted to show you. I actually lost my train of thought. With Pepe, when you get into any other coin, it doesn't matter. When you get into Bitcoin, when you get into Ethereum, when you get into a stable coin, whatever, it means that you can sell whenever you want to sell. And that's not good. Why is that not good? Because everybody can't control their emotions, right? A lot of people can't control their emotions. Hello, look at the news. People is going crazy. People shooting people over chicken McNuggets. They stabbing people over a chicken sandwich, right? Like doing all kind of crazy stuff. So obviously everybody can't handle their emotions. What if Warren Buffett had some type of crisis? Right? And what if Warren Buffett ordered, you know, all his shares to be sold at once? First of all, he can't do that. See, this already exists in the traditional world. He could not do that. They wouldn't allow him to. This is Warren Buffett. He would have to sell those tokens over the counter or in a deal, or, you know, somebody would want to buy it from him so they didn't impact the market, because Warren Buffett by himself could crash the entire crypto market. I'm sorry, the entire stock market. So, but whatever amount he could sell, he'd have to fill out paperwork, and then it gets broadcast to everybody, not just Apple people, but everybody. It would be the number one news. Warren Buffett is getting ready to sell Apple. And so that would give you time to sell before him. That's fair. That's how it works. We don't have that in crypto yet. We don't have an indicator that says, hey, this person is getting ready to sell. All of these whales that are out there, right? You know, look at what happened with Luna Classic. And so that was a whale that killed Luna Classic. You know, that was what it was. Somebody sold 300 million. Let me just check this real quick. 300 million of USTC at like one time. And, you know, they knew, is it even on here? They knew that it was going to crash. This isn't the right one. They knew that it was going to crash because they understood the system. I don't know if we have any on-chain data of USTC. Is it just called UST? Okay, I don't know where, is that it? Okay, there we go. Right? So one person was able to do that. If people were allowed to know that this guy was getting ready to sell, that could have saved a whole lot of people. So, but most people in crypto don't want to be transparent like that. That's why you have a lot of people that are hating on 100 because they see what's coming. Look at this, man. This is amazing. This is like, these were people in this. Real folk. This people had their savings in this, right? All their money in this. And it was gone basically overnight. Imagine if we had got an indicator. Imagine if Do Kwon was able to stop this guy. That would allow more people to assess the situation, to figure out what's going on, get their money out, whatever. No, this one individual was able to crash the whole system, and Do Kwon sat up there lying the whole time while he was getting his money out. He was hyping people up saying, oh, it's fine, we're going to be fine, don't worry. And the whole time he's selling. It's just not transparent, guys. So anybody that develops something that says, look, you got to wait, right? You got to hold on. You got to, be still for a little while. It just opens up so many more opportunities. It's your boy BSG. I'm going to holler at y'all in the next video.